Welcome back to High Desert Camping Adventures. For this trip, we are headed down to Ridgway State Park in Colorado with our 2025 Casita Spirit Deluxe. Before we can hit the road though, I first need to pull the Casita out of the backyard using the new 2025 Toyota 4Runner. Once the trailer is clear, I switch everything over to the Ram 1500, which is our primary tow vehicle for longer trips. Before leaving, I always like to do a full walk-around inspection to make sure every compartment is closed, all windows are secure, and everything is ready for the highway. I also double-check tire pressures before every trip. It only takes a minute, but proper tire pressure makes a huge difference when towing. With everything ready to go, we head out through the neighborhood and toward the mountains. One thing I really like about towing with this setup is having the backup camera visible while driving. It gives me a constant view of the Casita while still letting me keep an eye on traffic ahead.
What?
A few hours later, we arrive at Ridgway State Park. Now comes one of my favorite parts of camping with a Casita, backing into the campsite. Between the Halo View camera system and guidance from my wife behind the trailer, it honestly feels a little bit like playing a video game. After getting lined up, I spend a little time walking around the campsite and figuring out exactly where I want everything positioned. Site 16 ended up being a great location with plenty of room, a picnic table, fire pit, and nice mountain views all around us. Once the trailer is in place, it's time to level everything out. I use a hydraulic leveler while checking the bubble levels on the side of the Casita until everything is centered and stable. After leveling, I lower the rear stabilizer jacks onto Lynx leveler pads using a DeWalt drill. This helps eliminate movement inside the trailer and keeps everything feeling solid. The next task is to connect to shore power. I open the power compartment, pull out the main cable, and connect the surge protector to the Campground power box. After switching on the 30 amp breaker, the surge protector confirms that we're at a healthy 122 volts. With the power connected, the Casita is officially set up for the trip. Or at least I thought it was. As soon as I checked the freshwater tank, I realized I had completely forgotten to fill it before leaving home. So now I had my first problem to solve. First, I tried using a portable drill-powered water pump to transfer water from containers into the freshwater tank. It actually worked surprisingly well, but filling the entire tank that way would have taken forever. So instead, I drove into town and picked up 100 feet of RV potable water hose. Back at camp, I connected everything to the shared water source using an inline water filter and ran the hose directly to the Casita's freshwater intake. A few minutes later, the freshwater tank was finally filling properly. Honestly, this was a good reminder that carrying extra hoses is absolutely worth it when camping. With the setup problems finally solved, it was time to relax and make dinner. Tonight's menu was Omaha Steaks smashed burgers on the portable griddle. We toasted the buns directly on the cooktop while the burgers finished cooking, then topped everything with melted cheddar cheese. The burgers turned out perfect, and they were delicious. As the evening rolled in, the clouds started moving across the mountains above camp, and the entire atmosphere changed. The sunlight reflecting off the Casita looked incredible as the sky slowly faded into dusk. The next morning greeted us with snow-capped mountains in the distance and perfect cool weather for breakfast. We toasted bagels using our new electric toaster and made coffee outside under the awning while enjoying the quiet campground. The one thing I really enjoy about this setup is how much living space the awnings create. Between the Casita awning and the lightweight portable awning beside it, we ended up with a huge shaded area that worked perfectly for relaxing outside. Not long after breakfast, the weather rolled in again and rain started moving through the campground. By evening, the storm had moved on and the lake turned completely calm during sunset. The following morning, we decided to make French toast on the griddle. We started by melting butter across the cook surface while mixing eggs and milk together for batter. After dipping the bread into the mixture, everything went onto the griddle until perfectly golden brown. Honestly, this may have been one of the best camping breakfasts we've made so far. Later that day, we headed over to the famous meadow where portions of the 1969 version of True Grit were filmed. Standing here today, it's incredible how recognizable the landscape still is. Chimney Rock remains one of the defining features of the area, and scenes featuring Robert Duvall and John Wayne were filmed right here in this valley. And of course, our German Shepherd had to join us for the adventure as well. Even the Mattie Ross homestead filming location still feels frozen in time against the Colorado landscape. Back at camp, we wrapped up the evening beside the fire. Honestly, this is exactly why we bought the Casita in the first place. Simple trips, mountain views, good food, changing weather, and the freedom to slow down for a few days and enjoy being outside. Thanks for coming along on another adventure with us at High Desert Camping Adventures, and I'll see you on the next trip.